News that is just coming in. Heavy rains has led to 2 building collapses in different areas in Mumbai. The first incident took place at a Malad suburb. We're given to understand one child has in fact died in this incident. My colleague Saurabh Gupta is joining us with the very latest. Saurabh, what more can you tell us?
Well, firstly, a red alert was issued for Mumbai, and that red alert has obviously, is something that it means that there was always going to be a heavy rainfall. That's exactly what has happened. There is very heavy rainfall in several parts of the city. And what you have now is that in several parts, due to the heavy rainfall, at least 2 buildings have collapsed. Now, one is a chawl, which is, of course, a ground plus 2. And the other is, of course, a building, which is a ground plus 5-story. And a portion of that building has collapsed. This is in the fourth area of Mumbai. It's what is called the five-storey building. And there people are still believed to be trapped under debris. As far as the Malwani chawl collapse, which happened earlier in the day, in that case, people seem to have been pulled out, and one person, a child, we have been told, has died in that building collapse. As far as the fourth building collapse is concerned, which happened, later, there is, of course, some amount of fear that there could be people trapped underneath. Now, the fire brigade says that, this Bhanushali building near Lucky House in Fort, this building, they received a call at about 4:30, and at around 4:55 is what the message was deployed, and they've reached the spot, and they found that almost half of the building has collapsed. And what they say now is that a search operation is in progress, and as per initial information that they've gathered from locals, a number of people are believed to be trapped under the debris in this second building collapse that has taken place today in Mumbai.
All right, so what you're essentially telling us, Saurabh, is that the entire structure hasn't come down, but there's a portion of the structures in both these areas that has collapsed?
For the chawl, I'm not sure if the entire chawl has collapsed or a portion of it has collapsed, but for the building that has collapsed in South Mumbai, near the, VG station in the port area, there a portion of the building has collapsed. It's not the entire building, and people are believed to be trapped under the debris. Now, in the chawl which collapsed in Malwani area, which is in the Malad suburb of Mumbai, in that case, we believe that everyone who was trapped under the debris has been pulled out, and one person has died. In the building collapse, which is in, like I said, in South Mumbai, in that case, it seems that there are people who are feared to be trapped under the debris.